Hi, can everyone hear me? How's everyone doing today? So I'm actually extra excited today because before me, we've already heard from other speeches the importance of questions. And I'm here to share to you today what questions have actually done for me. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. Some logistics about my speech. As you've understood, I will be speaking in English, but I'll try to throw in some Greek words or phrases here or there just to keep you guys on your toes. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Elina Bazinas. I'm 29 years old. I was born and raised in Vienna, Austria. I'm an education entrepreneur and a generalist on a day-to-day basis at 100 Mentors, the upskilling app that helps humans develop, assess, and certify their soft skills. Now you may be thinking, what does a 29-year-old possibly have to say to us today? At least that's what I thought when I was invited to speak. But after thinking about the question, my answer to this question was, I'm here to talk about my moments of enlightenment, the aha moments, the moments that have happened in my personal and academic life, but have shaped who I am as a person and my professional life. So I've given you some basics of who I am, but in order to better understand where I'm coming from, I'd like to take you back to who I was in high school. I'm wearing my cap and gown here. I think I was trying to do Michael Jackson's Thriller dance. As you can see, I was voted by my classmates as the person most likely to cheer up your day. I actually had a mini reunion with some of my classmates this year in Greece. So I kind of feel like I helped Greece hit a record year in tourism this year, or at least I'd like to think that. Anyway, we were talking with my friends, remembering our days back in high school, talking about what we've done since then, but also going back to reevaluate some of our memories from then. So I asked them, why did you guys vote me as the person, or what did you think of me as the person most likely to cheer up your day? I recorded some of their answers with their permission, of course, always in line with GDPR. And here are some of the things that they told me. You always had an interest in getting to know people. You were never in just one social group, but were friends with everyone. You always had a genuine interest in learning about people's stories. You asked a lot of questions. What came up a lot, and what I kept from this feedback, was that I was, and I believe I still am, genuinely interested in learning about people's stories. And I still ask a lot of questions. If we think about it, by asking questions, I was forming relationships, and people felt a connection to me. I mean, everyone likes being asked questions because it makes us feel heard, like someone cares about us. It gives us a feeling of belonging, that our story or even our existence may matter to someone. In short, from a young age, I had an inquiry mindset, and this was my first moment of enlightenment. Kids don't have filters. They ask questions, they explore, they want to learn for the sake of learning. They're open to learning from different people, to listening to stories and asking questions. And this is also at the heart of 100 Mentors, when back then we realized that it was through our connection to certain people that had appeared in our lives so randomly, but that were shaping us, inspiring us to travel, to study, to take different decisions in our lives that were shaping us and changing us as people. So the question we asked ourselves back then, what if more people could have access to this opportunity? What if more kids could ask more questions to more people they normally wouldn't be able to come across? And this is what formed the initial 100 Mentors platform. Students connecting with people we like to call mentors, role models, that normally they wouldn't be able to come across in their lives. Now on to my second moment of enlightenment. Following high school and at the age of 18, I moved to the UK where I was living on my own for the very first time. New country, new experiences. Of course, there was a lot of new things to take in and absorb, which I'm not going to share with you today because I don't know you that well, but maybe next time, if we catch drinks afterwards. Anyway, for this reason, I didn't attend a lot of my lectures during my first year of university. Έκανα κοπάνες δηλαδή. And I think my mom is sitting somewhere here and she probably is listening to this for the first time, so sorry. Anyway, what struck me nonetheless was everyone knew my name. My classmates, my professors, they all knew my name. Weird, right? I mean, how does someone that you haven't really connected with know you by your first name? And what I realized was that every time I did go to my lectures, the few times at least, I always asked questions. Ones that many times provided content for the entire lecture. So my classmates and people in general had formed an opinion of me, surface level if you ask me, but to my advantage, because they thought that I was probably pretty smart simply because of the questions I asked. Which made me realize that it's not always about being present. It's how you are present. And when I was present, I explored, I asked questions, I debated. I believe that the question should be at the center of the learning experience. And it is for us at 100 Mentors. Your learning journey or your connection with a mentor can only begin by posting a question, by being present in your exploration. Now on to my third moment of enlightenment, which happened here in Greece. Είναι και η χώρα της φιλοσοφίας άλλωστε. I moved to Greece after the referendum with capital controls and a family that, although is Greek, was very concerned with my life choice. Once again, new people, new friends, a completely foreign way of communicating, of the way you guys get things done here. I have been living in Greece for 7 years, so I'm probably doppia now. I'd like to think of myself that way anyway. Anyway, once again, my move to Greece happened hand in hand with personal shifts and transitions that I was going through. And at this time, the question I kept asking people I met was, what is love to you? Τι είναι η αγάπη για σένα? Obviously, this was something of interest to me, but by asking this question, even in a light manner, the way people responded gave me clues about their personality. And I could see traits that would interest or not interest me in order to continue my investigation, my learning, my connection to this person. Probably around the same time, we were launching the 100 Mentors mobile app. This is micro-mentoring for the first time, mentoring that happens asynchronously, that is on demand, and that is bite-sized, which once again was very exciting for me because I was making connections with my personal life. And I could see the importance of being able to attract different perspectives on a single question from different people. By acquiring knowledge, by being able to have this knowledge on your phone, on demand, and to manage it because exactly it was bite-sized. After a while, however, it became a matter of simply collecting different perspectives from different people on my question. It was as if I was simply Googling my question. I truly, though, did have access to a lot of different perspectives that I would agree or disagree with, but I realized that I was using this question as a tool to form an opinion or an impression of a person and not seeing it as a genuine opportunity to connect. And that's when I felt that I wasn't moving forward, I felt static, nor was I able to truly connect with people. And this is when my third moment of enlightenment happened. I felt this way because I was keeping my exploration, my question basic, my connection to people basic, asking basic information questions. So my line of questioning was such that I could always be in control of a situation, to be safe, to be comfortable, to keep me from getting hurt, who knows. Of course, what's ironic is that as soon as I made these realizations in my personal life, again, things started shining at work, where we were conducting user interviews for the first time. And a common theme on the platform, specifically among our mentors, was that they felt that they weren't able to build a connection with the learners, with the mentees. And they didn't really understand how their mentorship was helping the learner in their journey. They didn't understand the value of their mentorship. So the question then became, how does a basic information question become a wonderment question? And how does asking better questions help me in my development and in my relationships with humans? So by synthesizing existing research, what we did is we defined what a good question is and how questioning actually helps our development. So let's take a look at the 3 factors we need to take into account if we want to formulate a good question. Relevance. How efficiently does a question address the topic being discussed? Feasibility. What does it take to have my question researched or answered? And learning potential. Why is my question being asked in this particular way? So let's go back now and evaluate my question. What does love mean to you? Is it relevant? I can assure you that in the context I was asking it, it was not. It was absolutely random. Is it feasible? I'd say yes, because by adding the words "to you," I was inviting the person to share their perspective on the question. And does it have learning potential? Not really, because as the question asker, I was looking for ways basically to get a basic understanding of the topic. Nonetheless, I did receive a lot of responses to this question, and I'm just going to show you 2 of those responses today. So a first person told me, love for me is a family, a warm house filled with joy, laughter, and friends. A second person told me, love for me is emotions, such as passion and commitment. We can already see 2 very different approaches and 2 very different mindsets. The first answer takes on more of an experiential significance approach, βιωματική, whereas the second answer takes on a cognitive significant approach, γνωστική σημασία. Personally, as a human being, I'd say that I relate more to the first response. So how would a follow-up question be if I wanted to further investigate and to learn more about this topic? How could I ask a follow-up question to this person? Let's do that as if we were currently on the 100 Mentors app. What's something that I could actually ask? See that, I guess it went from iOS to Windows, and that's why we have these glitches. Anyway, my question would be, even though it's outside of the speech bubble, what does a family mean to you, and what are the values you seek in people to consider them your family? What do you guys think of this question? Have I improved it? Yes, no? Yes, thank you. I like this person in the audience. Thanks, guys, giving me support. I personally think that I've improved it as well, because if we go back and think about what a good question needs to take into account, I have extended my basic information on the topic, and I've tried to relate new information within the existing framework. So it becomes a matter of not only trying to acquire knowledge, which is temporary, but to develop your inquiry skill, which is permanent. What's even more remarkable, though, is that inquiry itself has connected skills. By asking better questions, you improve your critical thinking. When your questions show an insightful appreciation of the topic and the creation of accurate connections to it. Your problem solving. When your question selects a valid research objective and shows ways to pursue it. And your creativity. When your question is original in its approach of the learning objective. Thus, the app that began as a platform to connect students with role model mentors from all over the world became the app that flipped learning and placed the question at the center of the learning experience. Then the app that helps humans ask better questions, and currently the app that helps humans develop, assess, and certify their soft skills. Oh, teaser. I've been going back and forth across my life to show you that my moments of enlightenment were so random, and they've happened simply by just being. But if we fast forward to today, these are the moments that have shaped me in my work. What I'm trying to say is that by asking questions, I had been working on my soft skills all this time without even knowing it. Which also made me realize that it had been my soft skills that helped me ride all the waves of transition. So my most recent moment of enlightenment has made me understand that we live in a world where change is our constant. And change is happening so fast at a speed that many times outruns us. But if we make it part of our daily routine to work on certain skills that develop us as humans and not only as academics, that have to do with your soft skills training and not only your hard skills training, the chances are that even if the speed becomes faster, even if you have to start from the beginning, it's the soft skills that you have, and in my humble opinion, must make part of your daily routine to work towards and to develop. Those are the skills that will help you welcome all the winds of change, that will help you ride all the waves that lie ahead. I feel very blessed to be working with a team that's building the technology to democratize opportunity through mentoring, to help people ask better questions, and at the end of the day, to help people develop, assess, and certify their soft skills. My moments of enlightenment have been moments where things have been revealed to me. Everyone sees the light, but it's how we decide to see the light and what we decide to do once we've seen the light. So this is what questions have done for me. I'm 29 and I can't wait for the moments of enlightenment that lie ahead. I hope you too are excited about yours. Thank you.